Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to be taking another trip to see Pete at HED. And as you know, the other day we pulled the motor out of Alternate Intentions. Caden came over and helped Nick and I get that done. And now that it's pulled, I'm going to take it over to Pete's. We're going to disassemble it and look everything over and see if we can figure out what the problem has been, so far with that motor. So Nick is thinking we might end up putting it back in and running it in the new build, that truck that he's been working on. Oh good, they got the trailer unhooked and everything. And if we got to put it in, Nick wants to make sure that it's right. He's been fighting that oiling issue, the bearing issue, like all kinds of little things, but they really matter. So we're going to get that taken care of. Pete's going to help us go through the motor, and that's what I'm going to show you guys today. You're going to follow me on that journey. So I'm going to pull the truck up, we're going to load the motor in the bed of the truck, and then I'm going to head out. You want me to take out the wheel dollies?
How much time you got before you hit that wheel?
None.
What?
None.
You got to go now?
Well, see if the magnet on my phone will hold. I am just a few minutes away from pulling into Pete's place. I've got the motor in the back that came out of Altered Intentions, and we're getting ready to tear it down and see if there's any issues with the motor. Clean up some things. Nick might have to order a set of pistons. We're gonna get new bearings. He said he might get new rings. And then Pete's gonna, just look things over and see if he notices anything, any issues with the motor, so that hopefully, if we do have to throw it in the new build, my phone's not holding. Sorry. If we do have to throw it in the new build, hopefully we don't have any more issues with the bearings or oiling or anything like that. So that's the goal for today. I'm not sure how long I'll be here, but it should be a great learning experience for me. which there was one head that when I might have this one here. When I took the spark plug out, like just a couple of drops of like rusty looking water.
That's
came out.
kind of normal.
It is? Okay.
The alcohol deals, I prefer to just dry deck the head, run water in the head only. Don't worry about the block, you know. That's the best way to do it.
What about for driving on the street though?
How much is it driven on the street?
A lot. We're thinking of doing a sick week,
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
so
You could, but you'd have to do it a different way. you know.
yeah.
These cylinders, pretty rough. Alright, we've got this thing at least partially tore down. We don't see, as of yet, any major damage. It looks like it's all more or less salvageable. Hopefully we caught it in time before anything gets tore up really bad. There's a few little issues that we're going to address that we can make things better. This pan probably requires a ton of oil, a lot more than they've been running, so that may be some of the causation here. And the other thing is this pickup here, I haven't measured it yet officially, but just kind of yardsticking it, it looks a little bit low. It looks like there's a little bit clearance, too much clearance between the bottom of the pan and the pickup, which is not helping things. I can't tell you exactly how much that is yet, but just kind of looking at it with a yardstick, it looks a little off. And that may have been, that'll make the not enough oil in the pan problem even worse because you get into trouble quicker. All right, so that's the basics. We're gonna, tomorrow or next day, we'll rip the rest of this thing apart, check some clearances, and look at a few other things, but so far it looks entirely redeemable.
It's good news.
Right, it's much cheaper.
Yeah.
All right.
Be able to clean everything up a little bit and get it back together and run it hopefully, so.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
We appreciate it.
No problem.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video, and thank you to Lady Gangster for shooting over to Pete Harrell, and to see James and Pete Harrell over at HED, Harrell Engine and Dyno, over in Mooresville. They're just a couple miles away from Mooresville Dragway. So thank you to those guys. Pete is going to do a video on his YouTube channel, real good at doing stuff. I'll have the little subscription down here somewhere. I don't know if I could link his channel, but guys, go check out his stuff. He's a very smart guy. He doesn't talk a whole lot. He talks on his YouTube videos, but he doesn't talk nearly as much as like some other people. But he's a very smart guy, very talented guy, and he's going to be going over and doing some things and doing a little bit of a comparison. And fortunately or unfortunately, they haven't found no major issues with the motor just yet. I'm not exactly sure. This is like completely off the top of my head. I'm not exactly sure if the motor that's in here now has a main cap that's a slightly different height or a slightly lower height for the oil pump mount than my my other one, my Dart Big M block. I'm not exactly sure, but he mentioned some things that I was also not concerned about, because we have used this that oil pan and that setup for 7 years now, 8 years now, and never had an oiling issue. But now that we're doing setting up the car slightly differently and doing a little bit different things on the way I position the motor in the car and the height of the motor and the angle of the motor and the suspension travel and stuff like that, there is a possibility that the oil was like walking up the back wall and starving the oil pump or something like that. So we might need to put a couple extra quarts in the oil pan. I always try to set up the oil pan so that you have your oil in the oil pan, then a couple quarts throughout the oiling system of the motor, and then try to set it up just so that the crank isn't completely going into the oil and making a whole bunch of windage in the bottom end, I guess you could say. So guys, appreciate everyone that likes and subscribes to the channel. It is slowly growing. We just hit a little over 16,000 followers, and we've only been doing this stuff. We've had the channel for about a year now, but we've only really been doing it somewhat seriously for like, I don't know, a couple months now. So guys, I greatly appreciate it, and keep on hustling. We'll see you back possibly tomorrow for another video. Maybe not, because we're probably going to head over to Shady Side Dragway to hang out with Boosted, my friend, and the family, and go see some stuff at the race over at Shady Side Saturday, starting at racing starts at noon, and they're racing for $50 buy-in, $5,000 to win, and they'll have some big tire cars out there too, so that'll be pretty cool. So guys, if you're headed out to Shady Side tomorrow, we'll probably see you there.